If the title of this video just made your stomach drop, I see you, mama. Hiding in your car after yet another chaotic morning, wondering if you're ruining your kids, thinking maybe, just maybe, traditional school is looking pretty good right now. You're not alone. You're not failing. And today, we're talking about the real way out of burnout. Hint, it's not another bubble bath. Hey there, I'm Laura Noel, your Homeschool Simplicity Coach. Grab your coffee and let's dive in. Let's get honest for a second. Nearly half of all teachers, 44%, report being burned out, often or always. And honey, those are people who went to school for this and get paid to do it. You're doing this because you love your kids, often with zero training, while managing a household and probably a dozen other responsibilities. So if you're one meltdown away from quitting homeschool, that doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human. But here's my take on the whole burnout conversation. Most advice treats the symptoms, not the root cause. Everyone tells you to take a bubble bath or grab coffee with friends. And sure, those things are great. But if you come home to the same chaotic systems and overwhelming environment, you're right back where you started. Real burnout recovery starts with simplifying your systems so you can finally breathe. Today we're diving into what actually works. Not theory, not fluff, just the real practical steps that help homeschool moms climb out of the burnout without throwing in the towel. Let me get real with you for a minute. Burnout isn't just about being tired. It's not even about having hard days, because we all have those. Burnout is when you wake up and the thought of starting another homeschool day makes you want to crawl right back under the covers. It's when you're snapping at your kids over math problems and feeling guilty 5 minutes later. It's when every single curriculum choice feels wrong and you're convinced your neighbor who sends her kids to public school has it all figured out. But here's what nobody talks about. Most homeschool burnout isn't actually about the homeschooling. It's about the chaos surrounding the homeschooling. Think about it. When you can't find the math book, when the dining room table is buried under yesterday's art projects and this morning's breakfast dishes, when you're hunting for pencils, when the baby melts down and you're trying to explain fractions to your 8-year-old, that's not about curriculum, is it? It's about systems, or the lack of them. I've been coaching overwhelmed homeschool moms for a while now, and I can tell you the moms who recover from burnout fastest aren't the ones who take the longer vacations or buy new curriculum. They're the ones who get honest about the chaos in their homes and decide to do something about it now. Here's what I hear from clients all the time. I'm a terrible homeschool mom. My kids are behind. I'm yelling more than teaching. Maybe I should just enroll them in school. But when I dig deeper, the problem isn't the mom or the kids. It's the room. Yep. When your space is drowning in stuff, curriculum piled up, art supplies on the floor, papers everywhere, toys scattered all over the place, it's no wonder your kids can't focus and mom is stressed out. Harvard Medical School research tells us that when your brain is constantly processing visual chaos, our cortisol levels stay elevated. That's your stress hormone. Elevated cortisol doesn't just make you feel overwhelmed, it actually impairs your ability to think clearly, to be patient, and to make good decisions. This is simple biology. If you feel like you're failing, make sure your environment isn't working against your success. Here's where most moms get it wrong. Our first instinct is to buy more bins, more labels, more organizational systems. Sound familiar? Here's the truth that'll save you hundreds of dollars and hours of frustration. You cannot organize clutter. You can shuffle it around, you can put it in prettier containers, you can label everything perfectly. But if you have too much stuff, you will always feel overwhelmed. The solution isn't better organization, it's less stuff. Better organization helps, but you must have less stuff. I've helped clients declutter 50% of their supplies and books and seen incredible results. Kids focus, moms stop yelling, homeschool actually works. The environment changes everything. Now here's the second piece of beating burnout, and this one might surprise you. Your daily rhythms matter more than your curriculum choice. I don't care if you're using the most expensive comprehensive curriculum on the market. If your days feel chaotic, if you're constantly behind, if you never know what's supposed to happen next, you're going to burn out. And here's what most homeschool moms miss. Rigid schedules don't work for real families. Life happens. Kids get sick. The baby doesn't nap. The washing machine floods your laundry room. What you need is a flexible structure, like the frame of a house. It gives you boundaries and support, but there's room to move around inside. So instead of scheduling every minute, try this. Start your day with a morning launch. The same sequence every day. Maybe it's everyone getting dressed, making their beds, gathering for breakfast and a read aloud. We call these morning anchors. Then move into learning blocks. This is your focused homeschool time. It doesn't have to be the same every day, but it's the same basic flow. You might do math first and then have a break and then language arts, or you might switch it up every single day. And then an evening reset. This is how you close every day. Everyone puts away their materials, you tidy up the space, and you prep for tomorrow. That's it. Take those 3 anchor points and flex everything else. Your kids crave predictability, but they also need grace for real life. Anchor points give them security without the stress of a minute-by-minute schedule that falls apart when life happens. All right, we've talked about decluttering and creating rhythms, but here's the most important piece: your mindset. Most burned out homeschool moms carry around this story that they're not doing enough. They're not teaching enough subjects. They're not using enough curriculum. They're not providing enough opportunities. They're not doing enough enrichment. They're not being enough. And that story is killing your joy. Can I tell you something that might change everything? Your kids don't need more. They need better. They don't need 17 science experiments this week. They need maybe one really good one. Maybe. If you're excited to do it with them. They don't need to be ahead of every kid in their grade. They need to grow at their own pace with a mom who believes in them. They don't need Pinterest perfect homeschool rooms. They need spaces where they can think clearly and work peacefully. Here's a phrase that's going to save your sanity. Good enough. Good enough math lessons that get completed consistently beat perfect lessons that stress everyone out. Good enough organization that everyone can maintain beats perfect storage that only mom can manage. Good enough days where everyone feels loved beats perfect days that leave everyone exhausted. This isn't about lowering your standards. It's about raising your awareness of what really matters. So let's get practical. If you're burned out right now, here's what I want you to do this week. Step 1, clear one space completely. Pick one small space, a bookshelf, your desk, the art cabinet. Remove everything and wipe it down. Put back only what you're using right now this month. Everything else goes into a time will tell box with today's date. If you don't open that box in 3 months, donate it without even opening it. You don't need it. Step 2, create a simple morning rhythm. Try this sequence for 1 week. Everyone gets dressed and makes their bed. Gather for breakfast and start with something you all enjoy, like a read aloud or a video. Then move into your first subject and learning block. Same sequence every day. Notice how it feels when they get used to the same rhythm. And step 3, end each day with grace. Before bed, ask yourself, what went well today? Not what went wrong. What went well? Write it down. Train your brain to notice what's working. Mama, if you're listening because you're struggling, I want you to know the fact that you care enough to look for solutions means you're already a good homeschool mom. Burnout isn't a character flaw. It's not proof that you're not cut out for this. It's feedback. Your heart and your body are telling you that something needs to change. And the beautiful thing about homeschooling, you get to decide what that change looks like. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. You just have to take one small step towards simplicity. Clear one space, create one rhythm, end one day with grace. Start there and build from there. Your homeschool deserves more peace, and so do you. If you're ready to create systems that actually stick, grab my free guide, Homeschool Simplicity Staples, at lauranoel.com/start. The link is also in the description below. This is 6 sanity-saving tools to kickstart your organization without the overwhelm. You've got this, Mama, one simple step at a time. I'll see you next week with more Homeschool Simplicity inspiration.